Oh my gosh. Don't you wish you could look good all the time on video? Have the confidence, be professional, have all those pieces all come together, and then like your ideal clients come to you and they just keep coming and they just keep coming. Like, don't you wish you had that? I think every single one of us wishes we have that. I can't wait for you to meet our guest today because she combines her unbelievable award-winning design skills with some massive amounts of psychology and puts it all together, especially for live streamers. No joke. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you to meet her today. If you guys are joining us from any other platform other than the Erin Strayer Show, because that's where we're at, there's a link right above you in the comments. Go ahead and click that. Come on over here and say hi to us over here. We are broadcasting on multiple different platforms today, so we can see you and see your comments when you hop on over here. Who am I? I'm Erin Strayer, and recovering corporates and executives hire me to get beyond the basics of business because most of them are indecisive, they're held hostage by their own fear, and quite honestly, they are flat out complacent. They are fine with average. So I help them move past that. I don't know what's next. I can't do that. And gosh, I don't know what's standing in my way. And bottom line, I provide executive level accountability so that they can put the amount of time into their business and into themselves that they deserve. So who is coming on board with us today? This lady, seriously, she has a video that sells system that is copyrighted just to her. It is a complete framework that helps businesses grow from 0 to 6 figures using the power of video. Oh my gosh. Her mission is to help businesses and business owners turn their videos into clients. Who doesn't want that? Oh my gosh. Here she comes. I cannot wait for you to meet Melanie Falvey. Hello!
Hello, Erin.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited to be on the show.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you are here. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this show. And I know so many of my people, well, not only my clients, but my colleagues. You know, there's so many of my colleagues that live stream, but then like if you're not doing video these days, like I don't know what you're doing because video's the way it goes, right? Like you have to be doing video these days. Like you're either videotaping your courses or your content, or that's just the way people want to absorb information these days.
Absolutely. I just have one thing to say. If I'm doing video, that means everyone should be doing video because that was my biggest fear. So, I mean, I literally built a business around my biggest fear.
Yeah. You know, and quite honestly, we teach what we need to learn most. So congratulations on that. And it has turned out to be a spectacular, fun venture for you.
Absolutely, yes. I wouldn't change a thing. It's been great. And just a few months back, if someone told me you're going to be live streaming daily and creating most of your content on video, I mean, I would have said, oh, come on, you're speaking about somebody else. But absolutely, you need video nowadays. I mean, there's no way video is going to get any smaller. So you might as well embrace it and learn how to do it properly.
Yeah, I agree 150,000% with you. And like that first video is like the hardest one. And then they just get easier from there.
Well, yes. Yes, when you know what you're meant to be doing, like with the system, it's really easy and fast. But to be honest, at the beginning, when I had no clue what I was doing, I did my first video back in 2015. And it took me the whole day. I started, I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning. It was going to be a really short tutorial. I was going to be uploading on YouTube. And I started 8 o'clock in the morning. It got to 10 o'clock at night. It was nighttime, so all the lighting and everything was wrong when I finished. And I couldn't even get to say my name properly. It was like, my name's Falvey. It was so terrible. It was pathetic. And then it took me a whole year to try another video. And then it was really not a smooth road to being comfortable on video until I found what I needed to be doing. And then it was really smooth and seamless. So
I think that goes to say a lot for a lot of people, like not only as entrepreneurs and trying it out and to jump into the entrepreneur world, you know, like it's a struggle until you find your groove, and to really realize that there's a lane out there that's just for me and I don't need to be in anybody else's space, right? Like dead on.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you spent a lot of time as a high level corporate designer.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I had my own design studio, and we were designing top events and retail spaces for big names in many industries. And so that's the reason why this business has been able to be built and to thrive because of my background. If not, it would have been really impossible because I just wouldn't have had the knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that really prepared me for what I'm doing now. I mean, designing a retail space, a shop window display, an event, it's very similar to creating the visuals on a video. And my system doesn't only cover visuals, but visuals is a huge part. And it is the origin of my business. I did start helping people to create backdrops and to really use the power of visual communication. And the thing is, when you're designing an event, a retail space, or a shop window display, you have very limited space, limited time usually, and you need to make the biggest impact. So you really need to combine a commercial psychology, seller psychology, and design principles and make that super powerful. And videos are very, very similar. So it's funny how those two worked out. But
What do
to
you
do that, I had to be doing videos. That was the only the only thing. I had to really commit to doing videos and live streaming, because if not, my business would have really no, it would make no sense. So
Yeah. So you transitioned into really servicing and taking your knowledge base of the from the commercial side of things and applied them to online videos, really. And anybody that's doing videos in any aspect, whether they're live streamers or they're course creators or just flat out, hey, I'm just communicating with my people.
exactly. The
Yeah.
thing is, when you're doing a video, there's always a purpose behind it. You either want to grow your audience, share your message. I mean, share your message obviously is common to every kind of video, but you might be wanting to sell. To, if you're teaching, you need to create that perfect teaching and learning experience and that environment. So it's really key to create. I always tell my clients that they need to create an experience for the viewers. It's not just about, hitting that go live button and then just speaking blah, 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 and that's it. No, you need to create a whole experience. You need to set the scene and then put on your best your biggest you can't just go live and feeling tired and just like, oh, what a bother, I have to do a video. No, your viewers deserve to see a show every time you do a video. That's what it's all about. And that's the beauty of video, because it really shows all the layers. It's such a powerful communication tool. It's visual, you're sharing your message, you're sharing your knowledge, you're sharing your personality. It's just complete. It's not like written content is great and it's never going to disappear, but written content has just the one layer. So many things don't come across really well in written content. You can show your knowledge, you can share your expertise, but humor, personality, it's really hard to transmit in written content. And on video, it is what it is. So
I know I struggle actually writing things. I excel. I'm flat out comfortable doing this. But again, the first time I wasn't, even though I've spoken publicly and on stages in front of hundreds and hundreds of people for years, right? Like doing this was a whole nother story.
it's
Uh,
different.
yeah. And I know like when we talked before, like I was just enthralled with your concept and your you know, your input really and your thought process behind the backdrop. And I think that, like, if I was to go out on a limb, that's probably the number one thing you see people doing wrong.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go there and, like, you're welcome to critique my background.
Well, the thing is, when people don't get it right, it's because they're not aware of the power of a backdrop. So first of all, a backdrop is whatever your viewers can see when you're on video. So you always have a backdrop, and that's what people don't realize. Whatever's behind you is a backdrop. So you might as well make it work for you. And the thing is, visual communication is super powerful. 90% of the information that enters the brain is visual. And people
90%.
won't remember your name. They won't remember your face. They probably won't remember your message. I'm sorry. They will remember just a little bit, but they will remember something about the visuals. I mean, obviously they won't remember everything, but if you give them powerful visuals, they will remember that, and you will become recognizable in a saturated feed. And with so many videos on social media, you need to become recognizable, and you need to really create a powerful brand through visuals. So yeah, actually, I mean, I started my business just doing backdrops. The thing is, later it evolved. But first of all, I was literally helping people to create backdrops. And depending on how you design it and on the outcome you're expecting from your videos, you need to be doing different things. And then every video situation requires a different visual language, let's say. So you also need to adapt your backdrop to that. And that's where people are just not aware that they need a backdrop. And then they think a backdrop just needs to look pretty. And it's great if it's pretty. I mean, yeah, obviously it's better than looking at something ugly, but there's so much more a backdrop can do for you. So it's a shame. I just suffer when I don't see a proper backdrop. I just suffer because I'm thinking, oh gosh, their message is so incredible. They really need to be doing this and this and this and this.
You know, and that's that's such a huge thing to point out, is that every single thing around each one of us that do video, whatever kind of arena you're playing in, it needs to be smooth, and that transition includes what's behind you.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know, it really does. And I think that I agree. Like what are some of the top things that a backdrop can do for a business?
Okay, so there's a very simple test you can actually carry out with your backdrop. So what you can do is you can either do it yourself if you're going to be really objective, but I know it's hard, or you can just ask other people to help you. So what you do is you show them what you're using, what you're currently using as a backdrop, and you give them, you don't give them any information on what you do, but you can give information of, I'm going to be using this on live streams or for a course, because as I said before, every situation requires slightly different backdrop. So what you do is you show them a photo of your backdrop. You could be in the picture or not, and then you just go through a number of questions. I'm happy to post the questions down below when we finish this. Okay, there's a little chart you can use, and it's basically being very objective, as I say, and asking, does my backdrop show what I do? What is it that I do? People need to see immediately what your videos are going to be about. Does it brand my videos? Is it in a way showing any of my brand? Can I see anything of my brand on my videos? Is it showing my expertise? Is it showing who I am trying to attract? Because visuals are the easiest way of attracting your ideal client. So if your backdrop speaks to your ideal client, then it's working. If it's not, because it's too neutral or it's too confusing, then it's not doing that for you. So it really needs to do, it can amplify your message. So is it in any way showing, telling your story, saying something about your message, about what you're trying to, about your big vision? Your backdrop needs to do all that. So it's not about filling your backdrop with a million things. It's about using the right ones in the right place, because placement is also important.
See, and I think, for somebody like me that I never move things off like once I put something on a shelf, I never move it. If something's hanging on the wall, like it killed me to put the hole in the wall to begin with, and then I never move it, like ever. And like I'll paint my room one time. It might have been 15 years ago, but it's painted and it stays that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know people like me drive you insane, I'm sure.
No, not at all.
You're like, okay,
I don't know. It's about making it work for you. No, absolutely not. No.
I'll bring my psychology into play here, Erin. You have problems.
No, it's actually about making things easy. I mean, video is stressful, overwhelming, even if you're an outgoing person, which I wasn't, but it's really stressful. So why add more stress to that? You just need a solution that works well within your lifestyle, within your home, or wherever you're doing your videos. And that's just easy. It's always ready, and you just have to hit that go live button and forget about all the rest. That's why I don't like these huge equipment solutions and huge screens here and there and poles and people tripping over them. That's not a solution to me. That's just adding more stress to the, it's not about that.
I think a lot of people even struggle is, hey, I think you should up your game with a little bit better audio and you should have a microphone, like a real one. You know what I mean? Like,
do you want to see my microphone? This was my response to all those people saying you need this and you need that and you need blah, blah, blah. You don't. And so many people are not doing video because they think they need to spend a fortune on equipment and then they need to set it up. They don't know how to set it up. You really don't. You don't. I mean, obviously, if you have a podcast, you might need a microphone. But for doing live video, you really don't.
Yeah. You guys, if this is lining up with you, I know we have a handful of really amazing live streamers that are on with us live right now. If this is lining up with you, you guys share this out with your people, because it's really important information. And I think Melanie is getting ready to. Can anybody be good at video?
Yes. Absolutely. And I just give my same example. I am my best testimonial. I've been my worst client, my most difficult client. Honestly, look, the thing is, when I was researching and testing the system, I saw it really worked well with my clients. And I would say, oh, well, they were not as bad as I am. They were, they were a bit more confident, or they were not as shy. Yeah, that's why it's working. And then I tried it on myself and it works. And that's all the proof I need. Because I was just terrible. I mean, I hated cameras in general. No, not even just photographs, just hated them. I didn't even have a video of my wedding, which now I regret deeply. But I was so scared of cameras. And the thing is, when I started my business, I was helping people create backdrops, and I wasn't doing videos myself. And I just thought that was wrong. And that's why I knew I had to overcome my fears and just get on with it and do. And that's basically why I created the system, because I needed something that would enable people to do video. Everybody can do video. You just need to know what you have to do. You need to know what elements you need to have in place, and you need to have the right tools to either overcome your fears or just work, make them your friends. I haven't overcome all my fears, but I'm able to show up confidently, being silly. Sometimes I make mistakes, and that's part of my brand now. So everybody, please don't let anyone stop you from doing video, because I hear many people, and I know they do it, trying to help people, but they will say, if you're not good on video, just stick to writing. No, don't. You don't have to do that. You can do video. And the thing, okay, the beauty of becoming confident and comfortable on video is how that translates into every other aspect of your life. I mean, I am different since I'm doing video. I am
I am
so
too.
different.
Very
I
much
am
so.
better. It's just amazing all the benefits it has.
I think, and this is where you pull the psychology into it, right? Like, this is where that confidence comes into play. This is where that, oh my gosh, you feel so much better about yourself now that you're showing up for yourself, not only your clients and your customers, but you're showing up for yourself.
Exactly.
And you guys give me some love in the comments. If one, you do video, let me know if you do video currently. Two, what your level of how you view yourself as a person on camera. Are you still scared? Are you doing it scared? How often do you do it? We want to know. I want to know, like, if you're doing video and how often you do it, and if you're still scared. Let me know. You can do it.
Exactly. And everybody can do it. Everybody can get over their fears, honestly. That's why we start with the mindset. Before equipment, before backdrops, you need to really commit to making this work for your business. And I tell you, doing video, and you know about this, it's a shortcut to any outcome. It's everything is faster. Your marketing, your branding, your communication is going to multiply. It's going to be really, really amplified. So it's just about having the right psychological tools to know, okay, I'm nervous, so this is what I'm going to do before a video. And some of the things you can do are just so easy, like eating a piece of chocolate before you do a video. Come on, everybody can do that. And I'm saying just a piece of chocolate, okay? You don't need to eat the whole bar. It's
Spread it
just
out over the week.
eating. Yeah.
Hide it so nobody else in the family find it. That's so cool. I know a lot of people are on here and saying that like RJ does video all the time and she's scared every time, but she ignores it and does it anyway. That's beautiful.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Amanda's on here. She says she hasn't done video in a long time. She didn't used to be scared, but lately she has been more so.
Yeah, well, when you break the habit, you need to get back into the habit.
Mm-hmm.
Video is just about building a habit. You need to build a really, really strong video muscle. I call it a video muscle. And
Yeah.
there's ways you can do that. And every day you'll get a little bit better. And it's about feeling good with every little step, because video is hard. It really is. But when you just by showing up, you should reward yourself, because that's a big thing. And then if you do it well, okay, double reward, and just build up on that, and it becomes a habit.
I love that. I love that. So you're really big on also talking about how all of this fits in together. Your backdrop is huge for attracting your ideal clients. Does that all go in with your branding and your colors, or is that way farther than colors?
There's more things you can do, but that's definitely the first impression. So yes, the thing is, your backdrop has superpowers. And the first one it has is, well, the first one is to make people to actually stop and watch your video. Because again, when they're scrolling down a saturated feed, you need to make it very easy for people to want to stop and watch your video. Because people make psychological connections. Even, I mean, they don't know they're making them, but they are. So if they're seeing something messy or too just unattractive, they're not going to stop and watch your video, because they're going to think your content is as messy and not worth listening to, which is unfair, I know. But first impressions count, and we are visual beings, even though some people have other abilities, but visual is always dominant. So you need to make it really easy for people to stop. That's the first thing. Then once they stop and they watch a video, you obviously need to deliver, and you need to follow a few things. I mean, you need to have a good message, a good video character, your lighting helps, many things help. But in order for you to be able to attract your ideal client, give them what they want. Your backdrop is about you because it needs to show your personality, tell your story, show your expertise. but it's also about them. It's like, I like to call it my about me page. And an about me page is not just about me, me, me. It's about how can I serve you? What am I going to be helping you with? So you need to be able to make that connection with your clients. And when your ideal client sees those visuals, they're immediately going to be attracted to your videos. And then obviously you need to deliver. But they are going to be attracted to your videos. And the good thing about video is that anyone who's not your ideal client is going to, they're not going to be interested in your videos because they're going to see pink flamingos and they're going to say, oh no, gosh, I hate flamingos. And that's fine. You just filter them. So it's so easy, because when you're not using video, you need to do all your market research, do that ideal client avatar. On video, you don't even have to do that. You just send out the right information and that's it. That's why it's so easy once you get it right. So yeah, one of the easiest things of doing that is by incorporating your brand colors into your videos. So often people don't use their brand colors in their videos, and that's a mistake. See,
Yeah.
you do that perfectly.
Other than I'm not wearing my brand colors. I do have this.
No, but that's okay.
I do have a stripe
There
of
is
this in my brand color.
Yeah, there is a backdrop. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't all have to be in your brand colors, but you need to show them.
Yeah,
exactly.
I love it. So what makes your system different than all the rest of the people out there that are talking about, really making conversions with your videos? Because that's another thing that you really highlight is that, when you have a good video, clearly you're attracting your right people, the ones that love pink flamingos, and for you, what makes yours different? What makes yours stand out from the rest of them? Because I know that there's some cool stuff other than like you're an award-winning designer. Like, let's just put that on a shelf with the trophy, and the way that you combine the psychology of it in. But I know that there's some other pieces that really make you stand out from the rest.
That's a big difference. Like, I use design and psychology together, and not even many designers do that. And I've always used psychology in my design projects. I just don't understand design only relying on the aesthetics. To me, that's a mistake. You need to start with all the inside, with the core, and then the aesthetics are the last thing you think about, to be honest. So my system just covers every single element you need. So we start from the mindset. We look at the strategy. So often people think that just by live streaming, their business is going to grow. And if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a video strategy in place, it's just a waste of time. You're just going around in circles. So you need to learn how to plan your videos, what types of video you need to be doing. So you need to be taking your viewers through a journey for you to be able to turn them from viewers into clients. It doesn't happen just like that, just by showing up on video. You need to take them through the magic sequence, as I like to call it. And there's nothing magical about it. It works like a charm, and that's why it feels like magic. But I call that sequence attract, connect, sell. And each stage requires different types of videos. So you need to know what types of videos you need to be doing, what topics, what length of video, where you need to be posting them, how to create an illusion of being on video every single day without that being the case. You don't have to live stream your life away. You really don't. But you need to create a solid consistency plan so that it feels like you're always there. But you might just use one day a month to create your videos. It's all about making life easier, not harder. And then you learn about how to show up on video confidently and with the right energy, in the right mood. And that's, again, psychology. There's so many easy tips and techniques you can use to get into the right mood before you do a video. That's why, and you use them too, because you're always in the same mood when in your show. And that's because you use those techniques. Even some people just use them naturally without even thinking. But if you're not aware of them, you can start using them so that your videos are consistent. Because not only your visuals need to be consistent, you need to be consistent on video. Because that's part of being a brand, and of, you know, you need to be consistent in posting, in the way you show up, and in your visuals. And, you know, the system covers everything. Then we go into backdrops, and that's a huge part of the system, because obviously that's 50% of the video is your backdrop. So that's really, really huge. And then I only believe in improving and getting better at things through practice. I mean, so many other programs give you all the information, but if you don't implement, it's just useless. And in my system, over 60% of the program is based on practice. So you learn how to do all the different types of videos. You learn how to be comfortable. You learn how to do your makeup. And this is both for men and women, you know, where you need to be looking at, how to enhance your energy. Like, for example, if you're really tired and you're doing your videos in the afternoon or evening, just do them standing up and your energy will immediately change. So it's just about learning all those really simple things that anyone can do, but that people, I don't know why, they don't tend to teach them. So some people only focus on the tech. Some people only focus on visuals, but in a completely different way. They just tend to rely on the aesthetics, making something look nice, and that's it. And I think I've covered every single element so that the whole puzzle is complete.
I love that. We've been running the tag for your program, which is videos-that-sell-system.com, across the screen the whole time you've been talking. You guys, this program is off the charts amazing. Simply, and Melanie will just steal your heart if she hasn't already. And I love, you guys, we have been talking about videos that convert and why they convert and how they convert and the different things that you really need to be paying attention to during this session here today. And a lot of that has to do with your set or your backdrop behind you. A lot of that has to do with the psychology that comes into play with that. A lot of that has to do with your confidence and how you consistently show up and what that takes to do that. And Melanie has just been ridiculously gracious with her time. She is a crazy, amazing expert in the design industry, and has brought that into collaboration with the video world, knowing that those of us that teach online, and that's the majority of our bread and butter, is teaching classes online and showing up. And she's capitalized on that and brought that to the front and center and put that all into a program called videos-that-sell-system.com. You can go find it out. Go check her out. Troll on her space, you guys. She's one you want in your pocket if you want your stuff to convert. So I really highly suggest her. What are your closing thoughts? What are your thoughts? Because we're like pushing the envelope here. We're keeping the people on. They're loving it.
Okay, well, one thing is I will post the question so that everyone can take the backdrop test on themselves. And then another thing you need to know is just, how do I know whether my videos are converting or not? So apart from looking at the insights, if you're using your business page for videos, that's great. You can just look at the insights and you get some information. But the easiest way to do this is, if your videos are not giving you new clients, new viewers, and more engagement every single time you create a video, then your videos are not converting. Every single video you put out needs to be giving you that, or new clients, new viewers, and more engagement. And if it's not, there's something wrong. So you need to look into that.
Yeah, those analytics are huge, and there's lots and lots of different ways to pull those forward and to analyze those. And if you're missing the mark on analyzing that also, Melanie's your girl and your go-to for knowing what you need to look at, knowing why you need to look at it, figuring out what those numbers mean, and how to then flip those numbers into higher numbers, because we all want
Absolutely. And remember, anyone can do video. Really, Don't struggle. Don't struggle. If you really think your business is going to grow through video, or just your connections, your life is going to improve through video, you can really do it. You can make it work for you. And it's not even hard. It's not even hard.
You guys, isn't she delightful? Like, you just want her to keep talking. You just want her to keep talking. We are 5 minutes over our time, Melanie. I know it was going to go just like that. And it does when we have amazing energy and amazing knowledge to share. And people like you with your fabulous expertise and your background and your love to bring that forward and to really, push that forward. And that's why people hire you, is for that.
Well, I'm really passionate about what I do. Yeah, I think you can notice. It's because it really changes not only businesses but actual lives, and that's like the perfect combination. You grow as a person, and your business grows also. So it's just perfect.
It's hand in hand, isn't it? It's hand
Yeah.
in hand. You guys, thank you everybody who is on live with us today. We totally acknowledge and appreciate you and your time and your effort to be here live with us. And it makes us just makes my heart swell. I love it so much. So thank you. If you guys are watching the replay, I acknowledge your time and your energy to come back and watch the replay as well. If you guys want reminders to when we are on live, go ahead and just type live, LIVE, in the comments below. We'll make sure you get on our little show reminders and you can know when we're on live. And if you are already there, you guys know there's a link in your reminder bot that goes right to Melanie's program. So you don't ever have to backtrack and figure out what show was I watching with that pretty lady in the blonde hair talking about the videos. In the backdrops. Yeah, it's all right there in your messenger. So it's really, really awesome to have that availability. So if you do want show reminders, go ahead and type live in the comments below. We'll make sure we get you on the list for that and keep you in the know with who's on the list and coming up for us. So Melanie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a blast.
So much fun. It's so much fun. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you right back here soon. Take care.